If you're having trouble with mathematics, numbers getting problematic, don't you panic. Check MathWiz, the best math tutor on the planet. From fraction to algebra, simple maths, add up some trigonometry into that. Learning math is fun with MathWiz, and that's a fact. We're rooting for you.
Hey there, welcome back to MathWiz Academy. I hope if this is your first time that you're going to enjoy today's video. If you're new here, let me just explain. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about the prerequisite topics that are needed to do these past papers. Today we're looking at the factorization questions, and specifically those that we would call here at MathWiz Academy type 1, which, you know, really and truly, if you go to school, it's the one where you use the highest common factor. So if it is that you have a problem finding the highest common factor, we would suggest you go ahead and watch the video using the link that is appearing right now. Then you also want to fix up your algebra in terms of like multiplying and dividing, you know, your numbers and your letters, just to ensure that all of that is covered. Again, if you're having a problem, you can go ahead and click the link. And then the last thing I believe you would need before you're able to attempt these questions confidently would be our factorization video. As I said, here at MathWiz Academy, I've split it up into type 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is what I would consider type 1, which is using the highest common factor. So provided you have gone through all those things and you've mastered it and you are good to go, then I do believe you are ready for today's lesson. For those persons who are returning, welcome back. Okay, and so we will pick up this video by going through question 2A part I for May 2005, and it reads 5a squared b plus a b squared. Right, so of course the first thing we want to do is to rewrite this, so that you want to put the 1 in front so that you can see it clearly. And of course this is just based on the way that we teach this type of factorization here at MathWiz Academy. So you want to have the numbers there, because the first thing I tell you to do is to find the HCF of the numbers. So we have 5 and 1, which is just going to be 1. Then the HCF of a squared and a is a, and the HCF of b and b squared is just going to be b. We're going to have 1ab on the outside of the bracket. Then you're going to take the first term, which is 5a squared b. This is your highest common factor. And we're going to put it, let's give it some space. All right, so we take the first term, which is the 5a squared b, and we put it over the highest common factor that we found, which is 5 times a times b over a times b, right? And if this is a little bit strange, you can go ahead and watch our video on factorization, or you can just go back to the other past paper questions, which may help you to build some momentum before getting to here, right? So what's left over is 5a. Then we put back the plus. And then we have the second term, which is the a b squared. And we put that over the highest common factor. So we have a times b over a times b. So the a's cancel, the b's cancel. So what's left over is b. So your answer for this, so you don't put the 1 when you're putting your final answer, just because that's not how we generally like speaking math. It's implied. So we're going to just put AB, open bracket, 5A plus B. All right, so that's what we would do. All right, then for our next question, we will be doing June 2006. Right, so you can go ahead, flip your page. If you need to go back just to cement that one, you can always pause the video before moving on to the next question. So we're going to go to June 2006, question 2B I, and it's part A. Right, so we have x squared minus 5x. So again, we want to rewrite it with the 1 in front. So it's going to be 1 x squared minus 5x. So the HCF of 1 and 5 is just 1. And the HCF of x squared and x is x. So on the outside, we put the highest common factor, and then we put our bracket. Alright, so we take the first term, which is the x squared, and we put it over the highest common factor. Alright, so we're going to have x times x over x. So the x's will cancel, and what's left over is x. We will then put the subtraction and then take the second term, which is 5x, and put it over the highest common factor, right? So that would be 5 times x over x. So the x's cancel, and what remains is the 5. So again, your answer, you don't put the 1, it would simply be x, open bracket, x minus 5. All right, so we're only going to do these 2 questions for this video. I do hope you found it useful. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment below, encourage other persons in the space. For those persons who are doing preparation for your exam, I hope that Matthews Academy is helping you in that regard. Just stay encouraged. Just remember that I am rooting for you and I am here for you, and just don't give up. Until then, see you in the next video.